How's it going, guys? Welcome to my first Let's Play of 2023, Professor Layton and the Curious Village. So, this is a big project I've been planning out for quite a while now. The Professor Layton games I have been playing a lot of recently. Ever since I played Professor Layton vs. Ace Attorney, I completely was charmed by the Layton series. And I played through the entire original trilogy of the games. I have not started 4, 5, and 6 yet, or any of the other games aside from the crossover. But I've been itching to do this Let's Play of the first game. I'm playing the DS version, not the mobile version. The whole point of this Let's Play is to kind of show you guys, any of you people who have been interested in the stories of the Professor Layton games, but it's not interested that much in the puzzle solving aspect. I'm here to provide kind of a walkthrough guide sort of Let's Play, similar to kind of like Let's Players like Chugga Conroy, where I'm going to show off, like, obviously all the story bits and everything, but I'm going to kind of give you guys detailed explanations on how to solve the puzzles, and try and make it as interesting as possible for people who aren't that into solving puzzles by themselves. So maybe you can even play along with me. Maybe you could try and solve the puzzles while I'm trying to solve them. But most of them I remember because it hasn't been that long since I played this. I think I first played this in August of last year. So it hasn't been that long. Anyway, guys, let's get into it. It's fucking... We're in Britain here. Also, it's not that late right now. It's actually only 2:30 a.m. Only. So this game was made on the DS, so pretty much the entirety of the game controls with the touchscreen, which is the side on the left. The screen on the left of the screen here in my nice new layout. If you guys enjoy it, please let me know, because it was took me like a good half hour to figure out how to make this layout work. But yeah, so we got the bottom screen on the left, top screen on the right. This is kind of the optimal layout because you do everything on the bottom screen in this game. So let's put in our name. All right, let's put in Danception. No, oh god. Okay, so one thing is, I'm doing this with a mouse because I'm playing this on emulator. Don't tell Nintendo that I'm doing this, because I don't have a way to record off my 3DS. See, I can't even spell. But the thing is, you're supposed to be like writing with a oh god. Come on, please, let me spell my name here. You hear a little bit of audio delay, by the way. Sorry about that, guys. That's just kind of how the emulator works. So, Danception, there we go. Let's do this. To my dear friend, Danception.
The things we saw that day in the village became a secret we would have to keep from everyone for the rest of our lives. Because, you see...
There. Professor, that's everything packed. Oh, is that all you're bringing with you?
A gentleman must try to travel light where possible, Luke.
Oh, and a gentleman's assistant must be prepared for any eventuality.
Well, you're certainly that. So then, let's get going.
I don't understand, Professor. Why are we going to help solve an inheritance dispute?
Well, Luke, at least it isn't the marriage dispute. That shit is crazy. God. I have experience in that, don't I? Yes. Okay. Anyway, okay. Hope you guys enjoyed that little cutscene there. Actually, the first part of the cutscene was exclusive to the mobile version. There's some parts of the cutscenes that are actually not in the original DS versions. I'm showing the HD versions of these cutscenes because on the DS they're very, very compressed, and they're meant for a small screen. So hopefully you guys enjoy that. Hopefully I don't get copyright striked. Anyway, let's continue on in this nice discussion we have between these two fellows.
Luke, my boy, do you really think I would take on such an ordinary request as that? Oh no, this is an altogether unique and exciting situation, and it has piqued my intellectual curiosity. But I suppose it would be best to explain the case before we arrive at our destination. 2 months ago...
Damn, that dude's dead as fuck, yo. He's dead. Damn, rest in peace, he's really fucking sitting in a whole ass chocolate bar right now. God damn, chocolate bar with filling. Damn. Rest in peace.
Shortly after his death, his will was disclosed. The contents of it were fascinating, to say the least. The Reinhold family treasure, the golden apple, is hidden somewhere within this village. To whomever successfully locates this treasure, I offer the whole of my estate. Naturally, those who attended the reading of the will immediately set out in search of the golden apple.
Damn, that man is... He's about to drift right now. He's about to initial D with that fucking big-ass, tall-ass car.
But in the end, everybody came back empty-handed. It turns out that no one had even heard of such a treasure existing, until its mention in the will.
Wow, that's some puzzle, all right.
Quite. Augustus Reinhold staked his entire fortune just to create one more puzzle before his death. What a perplexing individual. I wish I could have met him while he was still alive.
It certainly sounds like you two would have gotten along, Professor. By the way, just what is this golden apple anyhow?
Well, you see, Luke, there's this really cool game that released in 2009 on the PC called Minecraft. It's very interesting. See, there's normal apples, and if you use some special ingredients, you can create a golden apple, but then you can enchant it to create an enchanted golden apple.
Some speculate it's a rare antique, while others say it could be a gem, yet its identity remains elusive.
But I know what it is. Every self-respecting gentleman gamer knows what a golden apple is.
But Luke, I can't shake the feeling that this matter is linked to some larger mystery, something huge.
Aha! Is that your famous intuition acting up again, Professor?
Bitch, no, I'm just taking random guesses. I'm just here for the money.
Well, our first step is getting to town.
This is all so exciting. I hope St. Mystere is ready for the famous archaeologist and puzzle-solving detective, Professor Layton.
You really have to say my whole fucking government, boy?
Oh, Luke, you know as well as I do that I am no detective. Augustus Reinhold's wife, Lady Dahlia, has asked me to investigate the situation. It seems she came across my name by chance when reading an article about me in the papers.
And you immediately decided to take her up on her request, huh?
Oh, well, Luke, a true gentleman never refuses the request of a beautiful lady.
If you say so, Professor.
Now, Luke, you're too young to know what I'm up to.
We should be nearing the town by now. Look at the map in the envelope and help me with directions.
You got it. What in the... What's this?
Luke, that's a fucking map, you dumbass.
Lady Dahlia seems to have given us a test. We'll need to decipher this map in order to find the village. She wants to see if we're capable of cracking the mystery surrounding the Reinhold fortune. Care to give it a go, Luke?
I will do my best. A puzzle like this should be a snap for the apprentice of the great Professor Layton.
Very well then, Luke. I'll leave this one to you. Think of it as a warm-up for things to come.
Alright guys, so, welcome to the very first puzzle of Professor Layton. Where's the town? This is worth 10 Picarats. Now what Picarats are, they're basically like a scoring system. If you successfully solve the puzzle, you get the 10 out of 10 Picarats seen here. But if you failed the puzzle, the Picarats decrease to like 8 and then 5. They only decrease 2 times. But for this run, we're going to try and get every single Picarat. Because they unlock things later on in the game. Alright, this is puzzle number 1. It explains that we have to circle a village. We have to circle the village that we have to go to. Let's read the description. My village is on a road that leads to no other towns. I look forward to seeing you there. Use your stylus to draw a circle around the right village and then touch submit. So, we have to find the village that leads to no other towns. So basically, you have to find a path that only leads to one village and no others. So, let's check it out. So as you can see here, let's start here, the middle path. So it leads to that village there, right? Alright, let's keep going. Oh, but it leads to that one. See, it makes that little pattern. Fucking Christ. I forgot about this. This game does not have a memo function like the later games do. See, where you can like draw things out and do shit. I wish it had that. So it might make it a little difficult, but who knows. Anyway, let's do the left path here. Leads to 1. Damn, leads to 2. So, that sucks ass. Because it's, okay, so, the 2 we've chosen are wrong. I'm sorry, I'm trying to fucking figure out my words right now. It has been a while since I've done a Let's Play like this. So let's try path number 3. Doesn't lead to anything down here. Let's go back up. Doesn't lead to anything here or here. And then, it leads to here. So that means that this has to be the right village. And if you look at the front cover of the game, you might just figure that out on your own, because you can literally see the same designs. So we can click submit, and
Well, here's my guess.
A. So every time we do complete a puzzle, we get that little animation that shows if we're right or wrong. Alright, 10 Picarats. That's correct. The only town that isn't connected by roads to another town is the one in the upper left area of the map. It looks like you're all ready to start solving puzzles. And it shows us a little graphic there on the top screen.
There we go. Now we should be able to make our way to the village.
Right you are. We should see it on the horizon any moment now.
Huh? Professor, do you mean to say you already figured out the town's location?
I'm afraid I couldn't help myself. A basic puzzle like that is easy enough to solve with a glance.
Aha, Luke, viewers at home, don't tell Luke. I literally just looked up the front of the fucking box, because it literally just tells me.
Anyhow,
I'm sorry if my Professor Layton voice is not very good. I am not good at fucking faking British voices. Anyway, let's time to actually start reading as we move into the main section of the game with our sick music. Now this little screen would actually make sense if we're playing this on an actual DS, but because we have it segmented, you can't see the full thing, but I think you guys have the full idea. This song right here, listen to this shit. Yeah, I think you guys get it. Professor Layton's theme is one of the best songs in the entire series. It's the most iconic theme in the entire series. It's just so nice. And this soundtrack, this whole soundtrack for all the games, using accordions, pianos, violins, it gives it all like a central theme, and it all feels very, well, Professor Layton. It gives the games like a lot of neat atmospheres and identity. Interesting. It appears that this drawbridge is the entrance to the village. And we're stuck on the outside. What should we do, Professor? Oh, look over there. There's a man standing on the other side of the river. Maybe he can help us. I am on the 3rd text box and I've already fucked up the words. That's awesome. That's awesome, man. So, this is what the main part of the game looks like. We tap around to investigate shit, and we can tap people, talk to them. Kind of like a visual novel, more like kind of like one of those old PC point-and-click adventure games. Less than a visual novel, actually. It has visual novel elements, of course, though. But first, let's check out this whole area. The Professor's Trunk. This is our pause screen. We can see the amount of puzzles we solved, the puzzles we found, our pick rat score, Haynes coins, which we'll get into in a bit, time played, and our location. Currently unlocked, we have the save feature, the puzzle index, which lets us go back to previous puzzles we've done and play them again. We got some mysteries, which our only mystery here is the golden apple. We'll be solving all 10 of these mysteries throughout the game. The late Baron Reinhold hid this item in St. Mystere just before dying, and has promised the whole of his fortune to the one who finds it. No one has any clue what the golden apple might be or where it is hidden. I have a feeling that might be the last puzzle mystery we solve in this game. And we have the journal, which gives us little kind of like recaps, which for this Let's Play, at the start of every episode, I'm going to be reading the unread journal entries at the start as kind of like a recap part of the episode. Anywho, let's stop doing our little nice stalling and get into the game. So here we can just tap around. Are you saying you want to go home then? Yeah, we're fucking done with this Let's Play. We can tap on ourselves. And we get a little thing here. Now, what's annoying is that you saw that little exclamation mark when you click on people and objects. That shows up for literally every single time you tap on something and there's something to do. But the thing is, it could also be a puzzle you're about to get. But starting in the second game, Diabolical Box, they changed it so that when you talk to people, it gives like a little kind of like 3-line thing for if it's just dialogue. And if there's a puzzle involved, then you get the exclamation mark. But for this one, it's still just exclamation mark for everything, so it's a little bit annoying. Alright, it appears that the drawbridge is the only way in or out of town. Alright, that's cool. Click on the car then. The Layton mobile. Not even the Layton mobile can make it across the river, huh? But of course, much as I admire adore the contraption, it is just a car after all. Alright, let's stop stalling around. We can't click on any of this shit. Let's talk to this fucking funny Garfield looking ass dude. Good day, sir. We'd very much like to gain access to the village. Could you please drop the bridge for us? Do I look like the sort to go dropping the bridge for a bunch of fancy looking outsiders? Bro, this guy he either sounds like that or he sounds like fucking Mario from the Super Mario Bros. Super Show. Like, you got a lot of nerve. Hey, paisanos, welcome to the Super Mario Bros. Super Show. We received a letter of invitation from Lady Dahlia. I don't suppose that changes things, does it? From Lady Dahlia. Well then, I'd like to lower the bridge for you, Mr. Fancy Pants. But the engine is busted, and I could only move this blasted bridge with a hand crank. Huh. There's all these infernal slots I could put the crank in, but I got no clue which one to use. Huh. So smart guy, you got any idea which one is the right one? Alright, let's lead into our next puzzle, the crank and slot number 2. This one's 15 pick rats now. Pick rats also kind of determine the difficulty of the puzzle. So 10 is very easy, something like 50 is pretty hard. So the reward is equivalent to the difficulty, basically. Alright, there's no way to lower the bridge and get across without inserting the crank into the correct slot. Choose the slot that fits the crank shown below. And we can tap the crank to change its angle. So basically, out of one of these 3, only one of them is the correct slot that we have to use for the crank. So as you can see, it's kind of like a pentagon shape with these 2 cube rectangles sticking out, one's on a flat side, one's in a corner, and then there's a little like triangle sticking out of this little side here. So let's look at all these, shall we? Alright, so this one, let's go like backward here. Number 3. Now this one looks like it would be normal, but there's two things. One of the rectangles is not sticking out of a corner, and 2, this is actually not a pentagon, this is a hexagon, because there's 6 sides on it. Next one, number 2, we could tell this is not right because the triangle part is sticking out of a corner. So that means number 1 should be right, right? See, it matches it. There we go. I feel like I'm turning into a fucking, like, educational show right now, trying to explain these puzzles to you guys. And there we got Layton's own animation of solving the puzzle. Nice job. Now drop that bridge. It's really easy. That one's like... It should be a 10 as well, not 15. That'll do. Hold on a second, I'll let her down. I've got to say it again. I just don't feel right about letting outsiders into St. Mystere. Your kind ain't allowed around these parts, boy. I'm gonna get racist. I hate top hats. But if you're Lady Delia's guests, I guess I'd better. At least give her my regards, you hear? Alright, that is that one done. Yes, we finally arrived in St. Mystere. I'm so excited. I wonder what mysteries await us here. Haha, well, Luke, we'll find out soon enough. Just be careful not to let your excitement cloud your ability to analyze your surroundings. Alright, now we got a little tutorial, a little basic ass tutorial on how to move around, but I don't need, it's pretty self-explanatory. I don't need to read through all of that, so that is puzzle number 2 solved. We could save right now, but I think we should be fine. I am so used to like save scumming and saving after every puzzle, but I'm gonna do that not this time because I want to save you guys from all that shit. Let's talk to this funny fellow. What's his name again? Stashin. Heh heh heh, what a dandy set of fellows you two are. Must be new to St. Mystere, eh? I'm Canadian, by the way, that's why I'm saying eh like twice every time I say a sentence. The name's Stachin Scarfin, and I've got some advice for you. Go tap that barrel back there with your stylus. Don't ask questions, just do it. Yeah, he's trying to get us to launder drugs over the border. Oh, whatever. See, look at that. We all know that drugs are alive. And that's a hint coin. Felt good, didn't it? Around these parts, that's what we call a hint coin. When you find yourself up against a doozy of a puzzle, you'll want a hint. Trust me on this one, fellows. And it's just those times when you want to use a hint coin to purchase a hint. I bet you think puzzles will be a breeze now, eh? Think again. There are a limited number of hint coins in the world, so don't go wasting coins on any old riddles. Because if you do, when you come across a real stumper, you'll be sorry. Real sorry. Mind you, hint coins will always be stuffed inside barrels. Check any object that seems suspicious. Got all that? Good. Be seeing you around. And that man just dips. So yeah, hint coins. You can find these hint coins throughout the entirety of the game. I don't know if I'm going to go through all of them. I'm going to try and find as many as possible. But we basically click around, we find these hint coins in different spots. In later games, or like the 3DS games where you have like a cursor, it's a lot easier to find these, and you always know like how many hint coins are in each location. Unfortunately, this one's not like that because there's no like location map or anything, so you don't know the amount you are missing. But they're not counted towards completion, so it doesn't really matter. As long as we get like a certain number of them, that is. So we found 2 in the area. Usually there's like around 3 in each area. You want to always check windows, chimneys, all these extra things. There's something very curious about that tower. Maybe it's a part of this curious village, you might say. Yeah, I'm kind of just clicking around. There's a little bit of like an input delay on my end. It's always like that in this game though. Yeah, there's nothing around here. Can't open that door. Let's talk to this person then. This old lady with a big ass nose. Fucking whole ass Piccolo. Not Piccolo. Piccolo doesn't have a big nose. Fucking Usopp from One Piece nose. Oh, hello. Pleasure to meet you. Welcome to St. Mystere, where our local export is the puzzle. Oh, before I forget, you should know that every time you solve a puzzle, you'll earn a set number of Picarats. The more Picarats the puzzle's worth, yeah, I already said that all this shit. For practice, try this little riddle that your hat reminded me of. Think good and hard before you answer. Alright, we're already on puzzle number 3, guys. Strange hats. 10 out of 10. So, these 4 top hats are all the same height, but the length of each brim is different. In other words, the hats are equally tall but vary in width. One of these 4 hats has a brim and height that are the same length. Which hat is it? So yeah, basically we have to find one of these hats where the brim, which is like this area, like the vertical area, or no, height is the vertical area, the brim is like the little thing that goes around it. We have to find one of these hats where the length and the width are basically the same. Now the best way to do this, if we had the fucking, if we had the memo, it would be so easy to figure this out. We gotta kind of just compare it in our minds. Like, okay, clearly it's not gonna be this one. This brim is like way too small. This one is way too big. This one looks just right, but in actuality, if you kind of just move it around in your head, it's too tall. This one, however, is actually just right. So we click number A, or option A, not number A. What am I talking about?
Here's my answer.
And there we go. Easy enough. I mean, of course, it's the first fucking 3 puzzles in the game. That's right. This is a very famous optical illusion. An optical illusion is a visual phenomenon where your eyes perceive things differently than they actually are. There are dozens of known optical illusions. What's the world coming to when you can't even trust your own eyes? Jesus. Yeah, that one's pretty difficult for a first timer going around, because you have to kind of visualize it in your mind, because you can't, like, draw lines or anything like that. But still pretty simple. Oh, bravo. I think you got the hang of this. If you try your options one by one, you'll eventually find the answer. However, you'll also encounter lots of puzzles that can't be solved by simply trying all the answers. If you answer incorrectly, the pickrats you earn from a puzzle decrease. Tough stuff, huh? It goes to show how important you think for yourself. Yeah, I can't fucking read. Best of luck to you, I'll be rooting for you. There we go, puzzle number 3, Strange Hats. Check out the inn, then. Don't you think we should head to Reinhold Manor, Professor? Damn, fuck off, Luke. I'm just trying to explore around, you know, this is like a big, nice village we can go around in. Fuck off, man. Fucking piece of shit, little piece of shit with your big-ass, fucking phoenix right-ass, pointy-ass hair. I've been thinking, Professor, shouldn't we be keeping a record of our investigation? You brought up a very good point, Luke. Let me explain to you how to go saving your game. Fuck off with these. I forgot how many tutorials are in this early part of the game, because these tutorials are not a thing in the later entries of the series. All right, so it shows us, it gives us like a marker of where we're supposed to go. So yeah, basically we want to reach the manor. So chapter 1, Reinhold Manor awaits. Make your way to Reinhold Manor on the east side of town. Alrighty then, save your progress. Let's go. Fuck, my voice is getting hoarse. That's probably a sign that I should stop recording. Anyway guys, I think that's going to be it for today's episode of Professor Layton and the Curious Village. We just completed the prologue, which was only 3 puzzles and a little bit of cutscenes here and there. But under half an hour for the first episode, not too bad. My commentary was probably not the greatest. I'm still getting used to how to commentate for a series like this, but I think I'm going to get the hang of it soon enough, and maybe stop muttering, mumbling, and doing all that shit in these commentaries. So guys, I'll see you guys in the next one, where of course, we have to solve more puzzles and start solving the mystery behind the golden apple. See you guys then.